Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and today we are unboxing 3 new Civivi models. Now, don't forget, there is a few Civivi models that have a 35% off. I posted a video about it the other day, including the Appalachian Drifter. So if you want to get that, the Keen Natter, what else was there? Oh man, the Dogma, and I think one other model. But anyways, you can check that video out. I posted it the other day, Civivi knife sale. So the first one we are going to check out is this one, which is the Civivi. The Civivi Plus, though. So this one's a little different than I think the original one. It's got like some, I don't know if that's, I'm guessing this is on purpose, as it is on both sides, like almost like a tiger stripe that plays with the light. But then the G10 gets grippier, so it's soft here and then grippier up here. It is a front flipper, but a unique one. Okay, so you can go this way, straight down. I wonder if you can slow roll it. Oh, no, you can't slow roll it because it cuts you off right there. Well, you can drag it. No, you can't. So, and then can you go this way? Oh, and you can do it with like the regular front flipper way where you go around for the front, but it's better just to go right up here, snap it down, or use it like a regular flipper. Awesome blade shape. It is basically a Wharncliffe blade. It's like a modified Wharncliffe blade. And the blade steel on this one is Nitro V. Nice. So we have Nitro V. It comes in 3 different options. And I think the one has this piece you see right here, or that discoloration, or where the texture changes. They have a carbon fiber one. We have a good looking clip. Looks like it'll work really well, especially how small this is. Very comfortable in the hand. I don't feel the clip at all. This is going to be great in pinch grips. This blade shape is going to be amazing for going around boxes and opening things up. And then you can see they actually backed up the plunge grind a little bit, so you are going to be able to sharpen it back to about right there before you'll start hitting the plunge grind. Access to the lock bar, it's okay. It's not the best access. Very smooth on the drop, not fall shutty, but it is a very light blade, and it's brand new, fresh out of the package. Love the jimping, the way they did that jimping. It doesn't have a ton of traction, but just enough to get a little bit of grip, but it could be a little grippier. Reversible deep carry clip. I'm noticing this hardware is a little different than usual. Liners on both sides, it looks like. And then the lockup is rock solid. Very cool. Let's check out this next one. Oh, by the way, that one's going to be running right around $65. So for $65, you can get the Civivi. Everything will be linked below. Also, aside from that 35% discount for the 4 knot models, I also have, I think, a 5% discount code for all Civivis on their website if you guys ever want to use that. All right, so now we have the P87 Focus. Ooh, super snappy thumb stud action. And then flipper. It's very smooth. This one's very, very smooth. The blade steel is Nitro V again. Very cool. Beautiful plunge grinded sharpening choil. Exactly how it should be done. It is a small knife, and they do give you placements for your fingers. My hand is a little big for it. It is a smaller knife, but for a backup, or even for, because a lot of people don't like to carry big knives, so this is a smaller knife. Deep carry clip that is reversible. Really pretty purple G10. It does come in 4 different options, so there are other colors. Sheep's foot blade shape. I believe this is a flat grind. Yeah, it almost feels like a hollow back here, but then a flat grind up here. I believe it is a flat grind. Let me just double check really quick. Yes, yes it is. And it does feel nice and thin behind the edge. Beautiful blade shape. Now, the one little issue I'm having is there could be better access to the lock bar. I'm kind of surprised us. Civivi always had really good access, and it seems like lately, you know, a few of them that I've tried have been a little tight. Now, the other thing is that the detent with the flipper tab pointing down, so it's cool because you can put your finger there on top of the flipper tab, which I do like. However, when you disengage it, the flipper tab gets in the way if you hold it up high right there, and that's where the detent is. The detent should have been a little bit earlier, but you can get past it. So I'm not saying you can't get past it. I'm just saying, you know, you gotta hold low on the lock bar, and then it's not a problem. So not that big of a deal. Lockup is rock solid. Perfect centering. T8 hardware. Very cool. It's a small knife, but I could totally tell like this would be really good for basic EDC light duty use. It's a good looking knife too. It looks pretty cool. And the fingers do land where my fingers land for the most part if I'm tight up here. But if I'm lazy about it, then my fingers land right on the points. But it's not that uncomfortable. The clip, however, is... Yes, I do feel the clip quite a bit, but that's just standard with a knife this size with a deep carry clip. If it was inset, maybe I'd feel a little less, but yeah, I feel it quite a bit. But in reality, this is how you use a knife like this. You're almost never using a knife this size like this, you know. If I was, I'd probably choke up to do it. But let's check out the next one. The next one is, now this one's a larger knife. Again, Nitro V steel, if I can find where I cut the tape at. Sorry if you guys hear anything in the background. We have some company. So this is, now this one's a lot bigger than the last two. This is, oh, reading the wrong one. Sorry, guys. The TERAXE. All right, so we got the TERAXE in Nitro V. Ooh, I like this one already. All right, the TERAXE is in Nitro V steel. Amazing action. The lock bar is good, easy to access. They didn't give you a cutout, but the way it's chamfered on the inside makes it nice and soft. It could be cut back a little bit farther, but it's easy. Easy to disengage. And the detent is nice and early. Very, very smooth. Flipping action's amazing. Fantastic detent. Beautiful spear point-ish blade. Kind of a modified spear point, you know, in between a spear point and a drop point. Love that blade shape. One of my favorites. Very comfortable in the hand. Even the deep carry clip does not bother me at all. Flat screws, and it's reversible. Is that adjustable? Yeah, it looks like they got an adjustable clip on here. Beautiful swedge and Nitro V steel. I really like Nitro V steel. Man, that detent is so good. Nice thin blade stock. Very thin geometry. Let me measure this because this is a flat grind. I'm kind of curious what the measurement behind the edge is. All right, we are looking at 13 thousandths behind the edge on this one. Just so I can do the rest of them really quick. The last one, the P87 is 18 thousandths. So this one was 18 thousandths behind the edge. And then the Civivi is, very thin, 12 thousandths. Yeah, 12 thousandths. But now remember, that's with their edge bevel. It is a sharp edge bevel, no problems with that, but, you know, factory angles are always higher than what you're going to do at home. And they, you know, they make them higher so that they can be a tougher edge, and then you can always lower it if you want to, which I would absolutely do. So, you know, in reality, after you sharpen it, it is going to be a bit thicker than that. But this is nice and thin at 13 thousandths. They put a great edge on it. I imagine after I put my own angle on there, it'll be about 14, 15 thousandths. This is a steel frame lock, by the way, and then it has G10 coverings. It comes in 3 different options. Red, black, and then JG10. Maybe there'll be more options in the future. The thumb studs are very easy to access if you're doing a reverse flick or a thumb flick. Super, super smooth on its ceramic caged bearings. Lockup is rock solid. I'm not on the lock bar. This clip is going to work great. You don't have to worry about this hitting your pants coming in and out or your pockets because they got the G10 to go over. Yeah, this is a good one. I like this one quite a bit. It's a great user knife. It's going to be a solid worker, and it's a frame lock, so it's going to have some strength behind it. And I can feel the pressure of the lock bar. You know, it has good pressure. It's not a light-duty lock bar. Feels very solid, and it is a frame lock still, even though it has this covering. You might say, oh, well, it's a liner lock because of that. Well, it functions like a liner lock, but it's still, it's a frame lock for sure, just, you know, with a covering over it. But it is steel, so no milling on the inside. It definitely has some weight, but that's going to also make it a little bit more robust. So while it, what's the weight on it? The weight is 7.41 ounces. Whoa! Yeah, so it's 7.5 ounces. It does have some weight to it. Man, I don't know why I didn't notice it that much, because this isn't that heavy, at least in my opinion. Obviously, it's heavier than this, but solid knife though. It's definitely going to be one that can do some good work. I'm definitely liking it. This little guy is pretty cool as well. I think this would be a great backup or primary for some people, but something that's great for light duty, fine duty cutting tasks, things that are more, how can I say it? They don't require a big blade. It requires precision. And this one's kind of, you know, in the same category where it's going to be a little bit more precision and light duty. But there you guys go. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget all the links are down in the description. Peace.